to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world. Listen to the sound of my voice. It's a rainy day here in Gwinnett County. Yes, it's rainy, y'all. 50 degrees, going up to a high of 61 and rain. And I got a meeting today, and I'm like, oh my God, I hate being outside in the rain. I don't mind it raining. I just hate being in the rain. And speaking of being in the rain, we had to go bowl last night because I got to go to a conference starting this evening, which I've been in the rain all weekend. And we bowled early because, we bowl in the league on Thursday. We bowled early, so I don't have to worry about bowling on Thursday because of conference. Well, let me tell y'all, coming home last night, it rained so hard I could barely see. I'm talking about it was pouring. It was raining cats and dogs. Do you hear what I'm saying? It was raining. I was like, oh, my God, I can't believe how much it's raining out here right now. I was driving like Miss Daisy. That's how slow I was going. I was going so slow. I was like, yeah, I'm going slow today. But anyway, glad to be here with you this morning. Today is, y'all know what today is, St. Patrick's Day, and I'm wearing green, y'all. I got a meeting, and I have on green for good luck. St. Patrick's Day is also National Corned Beef and Cabbage Day. So if you like corned beef and cabbage, go ahead out there and get you some corned beef and cabbage. And it's also National SBDC Day. SBDC. Yep, Small Business Development Center Day. That's what that stands for, SBDC. It's National Small Business Development. I used to be a small business development consultant when I was in Jersey, and we help small businesses kick off their business and create a business plan and make sure their idea is viable and all that good stuff. So it's National Small Business Development Day. It's also St. Patrick's Day, and it's also National Corned Beef and Cabbage Day. Now, I like corned beef. I don't like cabbage. Now, here's the thing. I don't like cooked cabbage. I'm weird like that. I don't like cooked cabbage. Like, I would eat coleslaw. Right? I would eat cabbage in a salad. I don't like cooked cabbage for some. I don't know. I just never liked cabbage. And my husband made some Sunday. He made oxtail, candy yams, and cabbage. I had asked for some oxtails and candy yams. And it's funny about that stuff. Like, I eat a little bit of that, and like after I eat a little bit, like I don't want no more. Like, okay, I had my fix of regular food. Let's get back to the crabs. I need to get my mercury levels checked though, because I eat a lot of shellfish. Shrimp and lobster, yeah, I eat a lot of that stuff. I really do, and I need to get that checked out for real though. Anyway, enjoy your corned beef and cabbage day, and make sure you got on green. You want some good luck today? Put on green, play the lottery, all that good stuff. It's supposed to be a lucky day. I can tell y'all, and it's probably gonna be on this. It probably was on last weekend. Leprechaun. I've seen every episode of all the I think it's three Leprechaun movies. I've seen them all. I love stuff like that. And it's so funny because I didn't watch it this year, and I'm wondering did it even come on because I think I was really busy I know what it was. I was out all day Saturday, which I think it came on Saturday, and it was my intention to go to the St. Patrick's Day parade downtown Lawrenceville, but that was when we got the news about Marvin, and so we got the news on Friday, and so Saturday was just a day trying to wrap my head around life because once again tragedy struck my family, and I'm like, oh my God, like, so my daughter and I went to hang out with my brother on Saturday and my nephews just to get out the house and be out amongst people. So we went to the football field because my nephew had a 7-on-7 with Cam Newton, and we went to the football field. Now let me tell y'all this real quick. I know it's a lot of Cam Newton fans out there, but I'm trying to understand Cam's hairstyle. So I'm at the football field, I'm looking at his hairstyle. I'm like, okay, so what is the deal with the hair? I can't figure it out. Is that his trademark? Because I remember Don King used to wear his hair straight up in the air, and I remember meeting Don King. We was in Vegas, and he was coming out the MGM Grand, and so was I. And I took a picture with him, and he had his hair, and it was early in the morning. He had his hair standing straight up on his head, and I was like, okay, maybe that's a brand. Maybe that's his brand. Maybe that's Cam's brand. That hair sticking on top of his head. But anyway, he runs a 7-on-7 football camp, and my nephew was a part of that, so he was playing in the 7-on-7. And so we got outside to hang out with the family, and I didn't get a chance to go to the St. Patrick's Day parade. I did not get a chance. However, God willing, I'll get a chance to go next year. I think one of the reasons I didn't get a chance because you had to book an appointment. The other reason was because everything that had happened the day before with Marvin. And I didn't get a chance. But anyway, if you like corned beef, enjoy your corned beef and cabbage today because that's what it is. Wear green. I got on green. I got on sparkly green at that because it's all about sparkly green. All right, we're going to get on with our horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thousand for today, March the 17th. Wednesday is hump day, y'all. Y'all made it to the middle. It is hump day Wednesday. You have made it to the middle, baby. You only got a few days left. I got one. Tomorrow is my Friday. Y'all know tomorrow's Thursday. Tomorrow's my Friday. You know, somebody asked me, would I do a Friday show? And I'm kind of thinking about it. I really do enjoy having Friday off, though, because I do so much throughout it. If you can look at my schedule starts at 6 o'clock every morning, and I literally have a printed schedule. And so it's so many things I have to do throughout the day. And so when I get a break on Friday, it's like I just really need a break on Friday, you know. Not that I take a full break, but I do take a mini break. Like, I don't get up quite as early. I don't get up at 6. I probably get up at 7:30, you know. So I get that extra hour and a half. And I'm not asleep. I'm just kind of just chilling in the bed at that point. Anyway, let's go ahead and get on with these horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thousand. We're going to kick it off with Aries. Children may be less than honest with you. New romantic partners will evolve through group endeavors. However, the association may not be likely to last. You could experience delays in shipments or mail and should be careful while traveling. Listen, you may have a new romantic involvement through group endeavors, but you know what? That's probably gonna be a fling. That's what the stars are trying to tell you, Aries. It's probably gonna be a fling. It's probably not gonna last, but enjoy it while it does last. Just enjoy it, because it may be a fun fling. You know what I mean? Taurus, don't invest too much of your own money. You must consider yourself for a change. You are concerned with older family members, and those less fortunate than yourself will only add to your attractiveness. Okay. And listen here, Taurus. Think about yourself. We all bad about that. People that are nurturers, we rarely think about ourselves first. We always think about other people first. And let me tell you something. It feels real good, though, when you think about yourself and do things for yourself. So, Taurus, do something for yourself. Consider yourself for change. Do something for yourself. I'm telling you, it feels good. You know, it really does. I've been doing a lot more for myself since my mom passed away, because, you know, she was the person I took care of the most. I took care of her and her brother. I still take care of her brother. I mean, he does a lot of stuff for himself, but I have to take him to dialysis, and I make sure he goes to the grocery store, and, you know, when he doesn't feel like it, I'll go for him and things like that. And I did a lot more for my mom, because my mom wasn't as mobile as my uncle is. Like, my uncle's a lot more mobile. Like, he can get up and go in the kitchen and cook him stuff. My mom wasn't quite as mobile, and she didn't have as much energy as he has. And so I did a lot of stuff for her. But since I lost her, I've been doing a lot more for myself. Like, I'm traveling more. I'm going to be traveling even more this summer. Planning on going to Podcast Movement. I was scheduled to go to PodFest in June, but they canceled it. So I'm going to plan something really nice for my anniversary in June. And I'm going to Podcast Movement in August. And I think I'm going to She Podcast in October, which is in Arizona. I've been trying to get those She Podcast Arizona for a minute. Podcast Movement is in Tennessee, in Nashville. So going there. So, you know, and I'm going to Tulum, Mexico in June for my daughter's 30th birthday. I'm excited about that. I'm going to New Orleans in July with Rosa for her birthday. Listen, I'm doing some traveling this year. I am business and pleasure. You know, when my mom was here, I didn't do as much because I hated to leave her. Because I know she totally relied on not totally, but she relied on myself and my husband a lot. And there would be times when I would go and he wouldn't go, and he would stay with her. That was like, he called her, he said, I miss my little friend. Because let me tell you something, they were like husband. I was like the second wife, right? He treated my mom so well. I was like the second wife. And I love him for that, because, you know, she could ask him stuff and he would do it. I would ask him stuff to do for me, for her, and he would do it. And he said to me one day, I miss my little friend. Yeah, because that was his friend. Like football, basketball, that was them. Like, I was like out the picture. Like, I was somewhere else reading a book, a magazine or something. It was them yelling across the living room, across the bedrooms about, did you see that play? Yeah. Boy, we miss her a lot. Anyway, let me keep it moving. Gemini. She was a Gemini too. So every time I say Gemini, I always think about her. Now I got to think about her and Marvin, because they both were Geminis. Yeah, he's the 23rd of May and she's the 27th. So we'll be doing a double celebration of life in May, of course. The 23rd and the 27th. Gemini. Be prepared to neutralize any threats. You can come up with solutions to the problems responsible for inefficiencies at work. You may have to take a short trip to visit someone who hasn't been well. Let me just say this, Gemini. If you got to go visit that person and you can, go ahead and make the trip, because you just never know. Life can be short. I won't say life is short. I said life can be short. And I changed that because, a lot of people say life is short. No, life can be long. Some people live long, long lives, like to 100. And I think the oldest person I've ever heard was 116 years old. That's a very long life, right? So life can be short. And I say that to say, go ahead, visit that person, especially if they have not been well, Gemini. Make the trip if you can. Cancer, don't let your emotions interfere with your professional integrity. This is a turning point. Your self-esteem will come back if you take part in organization functions that allow you to be in the limelight. Listen, don't let your emotions interfere with your professional integrity. One thing I say all the time is be a person of integrity and honesty and have a stellar reputation, because that's what you got. People are gonna know you by your reputation, right? They're gonna know you for being a person of integrity. So yeah, you can be a little bit emotional to Cancer. I know you hear that all the time, but don't let it interfere with your work. Don't let it interfere with your business. Keep your integrity intact at all times. Keep your reputation tight. Leo, don't be taken advantage of by a fast-talking salesperson trying to part you with your cash. You need to take a look into philosophies. You have to take hold of your life and make some crucial decisions. Oh, listen, Leo. Take hold of your life. Make the decisions. If you got to make them, make them. And it's crucial, especially crucial decisions. You know what I mean? Take a minute, spend some time by yourself, go to a coffee shop, go sit in the park, go sit by a lake, all of that. And just think about your life. Let me tell you something. Life happens for me when I'm in the shower, right? I come up with the most brilliant ideas around water. Yeah, like I do. Like if I'm in the I can be brushing my teeth with the water running and ideas just flood in my head all the time. Great ideas. Like I had some really good ones this morning that made me excited. You probably can hear the excitement in my voice for growing, because I told you I'm on a mission to grow Good Morning Gwinnett into a multi-million-dollar brand over the next 12 months, $1 million brand. Over the next 5 years, a multi-million-dollar brand, possibly $1 billion brand. That's big thinking there, baby. That's big thinking. Ooh, yes. Anyway, take some time. Make them crucial decisions. Stop procrastinating, Leo. Virgo, your high energy must be directed into productive goals or frustration will occur. Try to find another time to present work or ideas today. Problems with in-laws or relatives may be more damaging than you realize. Oh my God. Listen, before it get that far, Virgo, handle the situation. Don't let it get that far. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just have to bite the bullet. Sometimes you have to stop being so stubborn, Virgo, because Virgo can be very stubborn. Stop being so stubborn and don't let whatever's ailing you between your relatives or your in-law fester, because it doesn't go away. You have to deal with it. I don't know why people feel like if they don't talk about it, it's going to go away. It will not go away. It's going to get worse. And so this could be more damaging than you realize. So fix it before it get that far. All right? All right, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after the song to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thias. And stay tuned.
Come on over, let's pick up where we left off. You and I had lots of love just to top it off. We can wind it down for days, never let it stop. I just want your everything, baby. Maybe later we can dance, never let it go. Listen to our favorite songs on the radio. Losing up and lose ourselves to this feeling, oh. I just want your everything, baby. I'll be deep under your influence tonight. Ooh, keep it coming, babe. I don't mind another round. Drinking from your bottle, baby, calling it wasted love.
welcome back. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney giving you daily horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen. We're going to pick it up with Libra. Your temper could be short if someone criticizes your efforts. Entertainment should include your whole family. Get involved in groups that can offer intellectual stimulation. Yes, listen, I love being able to have great conversations like that. Conversations that make me think and give great opinions and thoughts. Yeah, those are my type of conversations. I hate small talk. I am not a small talker. I am not. Like, some people love small talk, and not me. That's why it's so hard for me to do networking events, because you have to do a lot of small talking. Like, there are no conversations of substance when you do networking. It's just people just saying, hey, how are you? What you do? How's everything going? This is that type of stuff. And I'm like, ugh, I don't like it. However, I do like being around people. Like, mastermind groups, oh, I love them. Like, I love mastermind groups. Yep, because you know why? It's something that is not, you're talking about something that matters. It's not small talk. It's serious stuff. You know what I mean? And it could be a mastermind. It could be anything. It's just that whole intellectual stimulation I get from that. Scorpio, let go of the past in order to progress. Be aggressive and colorful, and you will get your way. Okay, be aggressive and colorful. I don't know what that means. Today is St. Patrick's Day. Wear green. I have on bright light green, lime green with sparkles. It sparkles all in my shirt. Travel for pleasure will be enticing. Oh, sounds nice, right? Pleasure travel, yes. Be aggressive and colorful. You're gonna get your way. You're gonna travel for pleasure. It's gonna be enticing. Let go of the past, though. You gotta listen. The past is in the past. You can't change it. Let go, so you can progress. I'm just telling you. Some people just live in the past forever. Get out of the past, Scorpio. Let it go. Sagittarius, you're best to channel your energy into work. Don't let others overexhaust you financially. Oh my God. Be cautious when dealing with coworkers. Yeah, channel your energy into work, but watch your back. Watch them dirty coworkers. They got you. Listen, they got a bullseye on your back, so watch your back. Yeah, and don't let others exhaust you financially. Just say no. No, a 2-letter word that wields so much power. Yes, say no. Just say no. Especially if it's gonna exhaust you. If you got it. Listen, no. Hey, can I borrow it? Nope, can't do it. Don't do it. Capricorn, keep on your toes when dealing with others. Maybe it's time to look into ways you can improve your health. Arguments could prevail. Listen, we get one body and one life. Make the best of it. So if you can improve your health today, Capricorn, do so. I got on the scale this morning. I told y'all I weighed Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I was down another pound. I'd be happy. If I'm down 7 ounces, I'm happy. But to be down a whole pound, like, yes. So that's 3 pounds this week. Because I got on Monday, it was 2. I got in today, it was 1. Yeah, I think I ate some pizza or something. Whenever I eat bread, I don't go down. And I don't eat bread very often, but I eat pizza sometimes. And I think I ate No. I ate stuffed shells yesterday, and they were delicious. Yes, they were. My daughter made them. And bread. That's what I ate. I ate Texas toast with cheese and stuffed shells. They were absolutely delicious. Yep. But I still managed to lose a pound. So I'm happy about that. Aquarius. Your anger may be impossible to contain if you get into debates with family members. You should get involved with activities that can be enjoyed by both young and old alike. The experience will be good. Yeah. Now listen here. Let me just tell you this, right? Try to control yourself. Right? You don't want to get into debates with family members so you can be angry easily. Because just try not to, right? If you see somebody doing something, don't debate them. Just let them, as long as it's not hurting anybody. Because let me tell you what happens, right? You can, and I have done this. I'll see stuff, right? And I'll look at that situation like, now, should I say something? Is what I'm going to say going to make a difference, or is it going to cause problems? 9 times out of 10, cause problems. And when it does, I ignore it. Because I don't want to get into the debate. It's not worth it. That's all I'm saying, Aquarius. Look at the situation first before you get into a debate with family members. Yep. And then, because then you're going to get mad. Then you can't control yourself. That's all I'm saying. Last but not least, my fellow fish Pisces. Don't let an incident at work play on your mind. Be ready to explain your actions. Do some research if you want to find information that can apply against the opposition you face. Yes, we're good at research. Yeah. Don't let an incident at work play on your mind. Well, unless it's in my business, it probably won't. Be ready to explain your actions. I don't know what you're going to do today, Fish, but you need to be ready to explain it. Now, I got to go to a meeting today, and I have to explain what it is I'm trying to accomplish, which we know because I've said it on this show, but the person I'm meeting with don't know. It's to build Good Morning Gwinnett into a multi-million-dollar brand. That's the goal. So I have to be able to explain that when I go to this meeting. And I can say it quite clearly. My goal is to build Good Morning Gwinnett into a multi-million-dollar brand, and I need to know how you can help me do that. All right, Fish. That's all right, people. That's all I got for you when it comes to the horoscope. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. to bring you more of the horoscope, and I got a guest. Now let's move on to some news you can use. All right, so our former President Trump recommends people he urges folks to get the vaccine. You know, I look at this statement right here, right? He urges people to get the vaccine. If he had urged people to stay home when the pandemic was killing folks, you know what I mean? Like it killed my mother. Yes, I'm going to say that because that's what happened. We might not have had a spread as quickly and as horrible as we had it, right? So now he's urging people to take the vaccine. It's safe, it's great, it's all this good stuff, and you voted for him, so take the vaccine and blah, blah, blah. He should have did this when he was in office. I just wanted to share that, you know, so because somebody listen to this show may like him. And I saw this guy. I got to tell you a quick story. I saw this guy. He was on. It was a girl on Instagram. I forgot her name was Swan something, and it was hilarious because we like who we like, right? Like before, I mean, I look at Trump as a business person, right? I feel when he ran for president, I just thought it was a business move, right? He's not presidential material, but I felt like it was a business move. I felt like being in a position like that, you in the highest position in the freaking world, right? And you a business owner. So for me, I'm like, okay, so he's a president, right? But that's he can get on the news anytime he want. They can talk about business anytime he want. Not only that, that right there, the fact that he was president of the United States will last him forever, and it's going to help him build situations in the business world. So that's what I looked at. When I looked at it from the business perspective. I can tell you right now, if he had ran on the Democratic ticket, I would have voted for him because I'm an entrepreneur. I watch his show. You know, God, what was the show? I forgot the show. I used to watch it, and I stopped watching after Randall Pickett won because I disliked the fact when he won, he wanted to give both of them a title. I'm like, how you gonna do that? You didn't do that with anybody else. So I stopped watching the show right there. I forgot the name of the show. But when Randall won, I remember that night when Randall he won, right? He wanted to. Trump asked the people, should he give Randall a CEO position? And the girl, I forgot her name. She's all over. She does a lot of stuff too. Now granted, I'm not trying to take anything from her, but he won. So why would he have to split his winning with somebody else? Nobody else did that. So when that happened, I was like, yeah, I'm not watching this anymore. So I stopped watching it. But anyway, if he had ran on the Democratic ticket, I probably would have voted for him. Now, not against Barack. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. I would not have voted for him against Barack. But probably anybody else, I probably would have voted with him. But he didn't run on the Democratic ticket. He ran as a Republican. So I'm like, yeah, I don't like a lot of stuff they say and do, so can't vote that way. However, I do like some of the things they say and do. So let's just not get the twisted. There are some things that I do agree with that they do, but a lot of them I don't. Anyway, I wish he had said this early on so people could have protected themselves better and not done a lot of the crazy things that they had done. But listen, take the vaccine. The ones who love him, take the vaccine. He said it's good. It is. He said it's great. You know, you believe everything he say. Believe that it's good. It's great. It's good for you. All that good stuff. Listen, y'all, I gotta tell y'all this story. So this is a story in Gwinnett Daily Post, right? So in 2018, I got invited to an event. So me and Georgette and my friend Rosa went. Rosa was here visiting. She lives in New Jersey. She was here visiting me, and we got invited to this women's circle. And so we go to the women's circle, and it was really cool. And then this woman comes in. She was really late. She's about an hour and a half late to the event. But she shows up, and she's very well put together. She has on this pink outfit with these pink boots. She had on some pink boots, y'all. I like pink, and I love boots. And she walked in the room. She had on these pink boots. I'm like, wow, that is such a cute outfit. And she was a pastor, and she was a business owner, and she was all these things. So she was sitting there, and apparently she was running for a political position. She was going to be running for a political position in Conyers. And she talked to us about her political agenda, But she also shared some information about her business ventures. And I want to say she said something like she had, I'm going to say over 25 nonprofits. Let me just say that because I can't remember the number, but it was astronomical, right? And none of them were really businesses. They were like all shells. And so I'm sitting there, right, listening to her, and she's talking about how she's been able to get all of this money for these shell businesses that she has, and how she can teach us how to do the same thing. And as she's saying this, and I'm saying, so there's nothing to any of these, just a name, a LLC. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, really? So then she starts to zoom in on me. Maybe because she picked up on the vibe that, honey, I'm not buying what you're selling. And so she said to me in her pastoral voice, she said, the Lord is telling me that you going through some stuff. And I was like, nah, I ain't going through nothing, right? And she said, that's what the Lord is telling me. Stand up, baby, stand up. And I said, okay. So she's older than me. I stood up. She said, the Lord is telling me you're going through some stuff. I said, no, I'm not going through anything right now. I'm pretty good. And she said, put your hands up. And she started to do her prayer, whatever, right? So it was a chair behind me because I got it. My back is bad. And so she laid hands and she pushed me down in the chair. So I sat in the chair and I kept my eyes closed the entire time after she finished her little prayer, whatever, right? And because in my mind, I'm thinking this woman is a straight up fraud. And I'm just going to sit in the chair. So I'm sitting in the chair trying to keep a straight face, right? And my eyes are closed the whole time. So my friend Rosa was standing next to me. And she laid hands on Rosa. And they didn't put a chair behind Rosa. And she pushed Rosa. And Rosa fell on the floor. And she hit my right arm. And I was like, ouch. And I heard Rosa go, oh. And she hit the floor, right? And so it was so funny. Y'all had to be there because every time I think of it, was so funny because Georgette thought I was crying, and I was crying, but I was crying because I was laughing because the woman had pushed Rosa on the floor. Rosa hit my arm. Rosa hollered when she hit the floor, and I was crying. I was crying laughing, y'all. I was crying laughing so bad I almost peed my pants. And when everything was over, I was still sitting in the chair trying to hold back the laughter. Georgette came over and laid my head on her shoulder and pat me. She's like, it's going to be okay, hon. And she thought I was crying for real. I was crying for real, but I was laughing. I was crying. So I was laughing so hard, I was crying. So when everything was over, I just bent down and went to the bathroom. And somebody was in the bathroom. And I was standing in the hallway by the bathroom. It was about 3 other women standing by the bathroom. And I was standing in the hallway by the bathroom, bent over, crying, laughing. Because it was just so funny to me. I just could not stop laughing. I had to go inside the bathroom and I laughed so long, y'all. It was hilarious. But I said all that to say that there's a story in Gwinnett Daily Post. The same woman, she's been arrested, right? Because she's a crook. She's been arrested for Paycheck Protection Program fraud. She frauded the Paycheck Protection Program out of $323,000. The same woman, y'all. Y'all just got to go to Gwinnett. Go look at the story. You will see it. She ran for a mayor of Congress, of Conyers. And when I saw the story this morning, I sent the story to some people that were in the room and like, look at this story. And it was so funny because one of my business partners, she was trying to get him to be her campaign manager, and I wasn't trying to do nothing with her. I was like, I ain't doing nothing with that woman. That woman is a crook. She just told us that she got like 27 different corporations, and none of them have people working in them, and she got all this money. Somebody going to jail. It won't be me. And I was like, no, ma'am, it won't be me. But anyway, she has been arrested on Paycheck Protection Program fraud. And now listen, she got $323,000 allegedly. Let me say that part. She allegedly used the money to buy an in-ground swimming pool, furniture, and other home improvement items, and to pay down the principal on her mortgage. Now she's going to jail. Yeah, she's going. So when I met her, I knew she was a fraud. That woman is crooked as a $3 bill, and I was not trying to get involved with her. And I tell y'all, that day I laughed so hard, I almost peed on myself. But anyway, to read that full story, go to Gwinnett Daily Post, and you'll see it there. And when I opened up the news this morning, I saw that because I have a subscription to Gwinnett Daily Post. Yeah, I have a digital subscription to that. So I get all this news in my news feed on my phone. And I also have one to AJC because I have to bring y'all the news. So they already have done the news. I'm just bringing it to you in a different format. So I ain't got to do the wheel all over again. You know, don't watch it. I recreate the wheel. Gwinnett Daily Post is a great news source. They got reporters. They've got the news. So I just get the news and share it with you guys. But anyway, and so the AJC normally have news that Gwinnett Daily Post don't have. And so vice versa. But anyway, check that story out in Gwinnett Daily Post. And when I saw that, all I could do was laugh. I was like, she is crooked. So this company right here, this is probably company number 57. Let me tell you what, and then I'm gonna get off of this. But it's sad. But when I saw her picture and name, I was like, oh my God, I knew she was a crook. So listen. So the company is called Let's Talk About the Family Inc., right? That's what's on the state record. It did not pay wages to nobody, no employees, but allegedly, this woman, you go look up her name, I'm not saying her name, you go look it up on Gwinnett Daily Post. She submitted a false application to a bank for a PPP loan for the company that included fictitious tax records, purporting to show the company had 54 employees, right? And that were paid hundreds of thousands of dollars in salaries. As a result of this false information, the bank loaned her $323,000, and she got her a pool. Yeah, she's a crook. I met her when she told me about all them corporations she had, and I'm like, what? I was like, yeah, not messing with her like that. Not messing with her. All right, listen, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after this song to give you more of the rundown of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. Stay tuned.
How do we get this low? You come over and we start a fight. Never know who's wrong or right. Feel nothing when you go. I know it's not intelligent, drinking for the hell of it, but that's irrelevant now. We should talk about us. How come we're holding on? Cause really I don't see the benefits now. And you've broken my trust, so I just wonder, why do I fall back to you? Really nothing I can do about it. Why do I fall back to you? It's like you're a drug to me, I can't quit. It's not like we're still 22, trying something new, just a pastime. I don't think that we ever could work this out. None of it makes sense, there's no reason why I still fall back to you. Should probably let you go. I know I can't be cynical, make everything difficult, but it would take a miracle now to fix our problems. How come we're holding on? 'Cause really I don't see the benefits now, and you've broken my trust, so I just wonder, why do I fall back to you? Really nothing I can do about it. Why do I fall back to you? It's like you're a drug to me, I can't quit it. It's not like we're still 22, trying something new, just a pastime. I don't think that we ever could work this out. None of it makes sense, there's no reason why I still fall back to you. Why do I fall back to you? Why do I fall back to you? Fall back to you, fall back to you. Why do I fall back to you? Why do I fall back to you?
Welcome back. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney giving you the daily rundown of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. So the Gwinnett commissioners approved a pandemic bonus for the transit workers. I think that is so cool. It's showing them some love because they put their lives on the line every day because they were essential workers for Gwinnett County, because people need public transportation to get to and from where they had to go to work, to daycares and things like that, to the grocery stores. And so they had decided to give 188 employees a bonus, which I think is really, really cool. Because sometimes, especially like now, like it's so much that's going on and so much that's needed. And people put their lives on the line every day. You got people that work in hospital and nursing care facilities and transportation and EMT and police officers and fire rescue people. They put their lives on they put their lives on the line every day to make sure that other people are okay, because they can easily stay home, to make sure other people can get to where they got to go. So they all voted unanimously to give the transit workers, almost 200 of them, a bonus, and I think that's a great thing. Matter of fact, I think that's so cool. I want to give them a round of applause for that. So here you go. Yeah, it's a one-time bonus, but it's going to be paid to transit operators. Employees include bus drivers, road supervisors, and maintenance technicians. So it didn't say how much the bonus was. It just said it was a bonus. I don't think it really matters. I think just showing some love to our workers and our transit workers and letting them know, you know what, we appreciate you. You know what I mean? We appreciate the work you do. We appreciate you making sure people can have transportation to get to where they got to go. You got people who don't have cars, who need to get their kids to daycare and things like that, and who need to get to work. So that was our county leaders showing our transit workers and employees some love. So that's pretty cool. You got to do that, y'all. Like this thing has really rocked our world for real in so many different ways. So just to show people, you know what, I appreciate you. I appreciate you putting your life on the line every day. And so that was a nice appreciation. And by the way, my aunt called me this morning. And it's 7:30. She never calls that early because she's scared the daylights out of me. I'm so jumpy these days. When the phone rings early like that, I'm so jumpy, right? And so she called me this morning at 7:30, and my heart just fell because I'm like, oh my God, why is she calling so early? And she said, I ain't mean to call you so early, but the stimulus dropped. The stimulus hit. I was like, you just like gave me a heart attack. She's like, I know I ain't mean to call you so early, but the stimulus payment is in, So apparently stimulus payment came out today for a lot of people, and I'm sure they're happy about that. So that's a good thing too. People who have lost loved ones to homicide or vehicular homicide will now be able to join a virtual survivors homicide victim support group hosted by the Gwinnett County District Attorney's Office Victim Witness Program. Just yesterday, there was a report in the AJC where somebody went into some spas and killed 8 people. That's horrific. Why? I don't even know. I didn't even read the story because it's so depressing. As you notice, I don't do a lot of that type of news on here because it depresses me, and I don't want to be depressed. But anyway, it's saying that those who has sudden or unexpected loss of loved ones can have tremendous effect on those who knew the victim. That's true. Even if they weren't. Think about this. If you've lost somebody very close to you suddenly, like we just did like Saturday, that could be very traumatic. And so I can't even imagine losing someone to a horrific, like a murder or a car accident. My granddaughter's uncle passed away recently, about a week ago now, right before Marvin, actually, a week before Marvin. Somebody shot and killed him, and then they set his car on fire. That's horrific. So they did the funeral Saturday. So I'm telling you, my family has been just going through a lot. You guys don't even know. I come on here and I talk to you guys because I love doing this show. That's why I want to make the money so that I can continuously to always do it until I can't do it anymore. And so that's why I got this goal of building into a multi-million-dollar brand. Not only that, that's a challenge for me. Do I need a multi-million-dollar to live? No, not at all. But that's a challenge for me on my professional business side. But on the life side, I love doing this show, and I come on here every day doing the show. But behind the scenes, there's a lot that go on. That's me running a business and trying to do life at the same time. And so you talking about people getting killed and people dying and COVID and all this. You have no idea behind the scenes. I may sound cheerful, and I am, because I try to be as positive as I possibly can. But boy, do I tell you, has life been smacking me around for the last year and a half? Yes, it has smacked the last year. It has smacked the taste out of my mouth. But I bounced back because Les Brown said, as long as you can look up, you can get up. That's what Les Brown said, and that's what I live by. But anyway, This program was launched in April 2020, and it was paused because of COVID. Now they're reactivating the program, and people who want to take advantage of the program, the virtual group will meet via Zoom at 7 p.m. every other Tuesday through June the 8th. Yeah, so it's going to be facilitated by Pauline Anderson, and it's great to talk to people that understand. One of the things I could tell you that got me through my mother's passing was that my husband's mother had passed, and I got a chance, and I asked him, like, how did you get through this? Like, this is the most painful thing I've ever experienced in my life. Like, I've lost people, but when you lose your mother, oh my God, that is the most painful thing I had ever gone through in my life, and I still deal with that pain every day because my mom lived with me, and she was like my best friend, and so I asked my husband. He was the first one, like, hey, how did you do it when your mother passed away? Because his mother passed away the year before I met him. And they would, like, he was close to his mom like he's close to my mom, right? And he said that they were supposed to go to work, and they worked together. He and his mom worked together. They lived in Jersey, they got these 3-family homes in Jersey. So they lived in the same building, but he lived on the 3rd floor, his mom lived on the 2nd floor, and they worked at the same company. And he said they were supposed to go to work that Saturday, and when he came downstairs and wondered what was taking her so long, he went to go check on her, and she had died in her sleep. And he found her. And so I can't even imagine walking into my mom's room and that happening. My daughter said to me that was one of the scariest things in her life. She said, because my mother had a lot of health issues. Well, not a lot. She had 2 major health issues, and COPD was one of them. And there would be times when she would just be gasping for air, but then we would give her like the nebulizer and put all the medicine in it, and it opened the lungs right up. But my daughter said to me her biggest fear was walking into my mom's room and her not be breathing. She said that was a fear for her every day. And I was like, really? Now, that never crossed my mind. But for my daughter, that was a fear. And my husband, that actually happened to him. So when my mom passed away, I had confidence knowing that I had people that I could talk to, because my friend Rosa, her mom had passed away suddenly. Like, she was talking to her sisters and stuff, and she went in the house and just died. And had never been sick a day in her life. Had never been sick. And they said she was outside talking to them, and she went in the house and sat in the chair and never woke up. And her mom had never been sick. So when she called me, she was hysterical. I'm like, well, what happened? She told me the story. So I was able to lean on my friends, my friend Angie, whose mom had passed from breast cancer, and my husband. So I was able to lean, and my aunt, of course, who had just lost her husband like in March. I was able to lean on them for support and like, listen, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through this. Like, that was my mom. And, because I was able to talk to them, and they were talking to me, and, they gave me the comfort because they had gone through what I was going through, And so support groups, I said all that to say, support groups can be very helpful. If you lost someone tragically or not tragically, I would suggest you find a support group. But if you have lost someone tragically because of a homicide, whether it be a man committed homicide or a vehicular homicide, you can join the support group, and you can email them at dasupportgroup@GwinnettCounty.com. D as in David, A as in Apple, support group at GwinnettCounty.com. Or you can call Heather Brooks if you have questions, and her number is 770-822-8396. Again, that number is 770-822-8396. This is a support group. Is open to the public for people who have lost people tragically because of homicide. It's free. It's every other Tuesday at 7 p.m. It's virtual, so you can do it at home. You can do it on your phone. And for more information, again, you can email D as in David, A as in Apple, support group at GwinnettCounty.com, or call Heather Brooks for questions, 770-822-8396. All right, I'm going to go to a song because that was a little bit heavy, y'all. I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after this song. Stay tuned.
Saw your hands slipping down. I looked up, face smiling back at you.
back. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you a daily rundown of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. So listen, I was talking about last year, they had like these e-scooters. Like if you go downtown Atlanta, you see scooters everywhere. They just be sitting on the side of the road by themselves. And you say to yourself, well, why is that scooter sitting there? Well, it's like a part of a program. And so here in Gwinnett County, Peachtree Corners ran a pilot program to see, can it work here in Gwinnett County? Can you get a scooter and ride scooters around and things like that? And so the pilot program has ended, but the new ordinance Peachtree Corners is putting out allows for authorizes a pilot shared mobility device program and prohibit shared mobility device operators from deploying devices without a permit. So the pilot program operating in March 31st, 2022. So the program they had in place right now to see will it work has ended. Now they have a new program in place, and that's going to end next year, March 31st, 2022. I think pretty soon around Gwinnett County, we're going to see these scooters, e-scooters. We have Curiosity Lab over there in Peachtree Corners, and they doing a lot of stuff in the driverless autonomous driving cars, where you call the car and the car come and get you. You call the scooter come and get you. And to me, it's very futuristic, but it's happening. It's happening right in front of our face. So Peachtree Corners apparently likes this program. And is now they're putting in another phase to it, and they're putting an ordinance to it where you have to have a permit to use these scooters, e-scooters, electric scooters, whatever you want to call them. I think it's pretty cool, actually. Like, because there are a lot of people who want to get somewhere and they may not want to catch the bus, or maybe somewhere that's a short trip. Now, I can't see me riding down Sugarloaf on an e-scooter unless they're going to put a lane. I still don't see it. I don't see me riding on no highway in any kind of small mobile device that doesn't have some doors on top of it and a roof, but I can see me going into like now I don't know about an e-scooter because that's just not enough space for me on that little thing, but I can see me actually going into like I can see me going into the park or something and calling the scooter to just get me through the park, which I really should be walking, but yeah, probably not. But anyway, they got an ordinance coming out, and it's gonna, they're gonna run a new pilot program through March 31st, 2022, and then we're gonna see how that program work. I think it's pretty cool. Some people have said we're not doing it, because it's too much liability, but Peachtree Corners is like, that's where Curiosity Lab is, right? It's in that area, so they're like, you know what? Let's push it. Let's see what happens. Okay, Snellville is going to be breaking ground tomorrow. Yep, the Grove at Town Center is going to be breaking ground. They're going to be breaking ground for the Grove at Town Center tomorrow. That's an $85 million first phase of the project. It's going to be mixed-use town center in the city's downtown, scheduled to open next year. It will have more than 50,000 square feet of retail space, restaurant space, office, and entertainment space, and more than 250 apartments. So Snellville is about to get 250 more people in that area. They're excited about that. They'll also have a new library, which will include a business development and accelerator space on the second floor. I'm excited about that, right? We have I'm really excited about that. I didn't know about that. Listen, every time I see business development, accelerator space, I get excited. I didn't know about that. We know the Entrepreneur Center is supposed to be opening next month too here in Lawrenceville, and so I was, hoping to be a coach over there at the Entrepreneur Center, but I may need to go over here to the Snellville library here, to this accelerator program. I found out more about that. I didn't know about that. But anyway, that's going to be exciting. So the project was built on 18 acres between Oak Road, Wisteria Drive, North Road, and Clower Street. It's going to be developed by Casto and Mid-City. I can't wait to see what they look like. They're going to have like a merchant, I think it was called Merchant something, where you can go in there and it's almost like an incubator, sounds like there as well, where you can go in and put a bit, is it called Merchant Market? I think it was Merchant Market. But anyway, that's going to be exciting to see as well. So they're breaking ground tomorrow, doing big things here in Gwinnett County, baby. Yes. Oh my God, I know the kids are going to be so happy. Gwinnett High Schools to hold in-person graduations. I know they are going to be so happy about that. Gwinnett Public Schools will hold in-person graduation ceremonies at the end of May for the District 24 High School. Ceremonies run from May 24th through May 31st according to a schedule Gwinnett released this week. I know those kids are going to be it was so sad last year. No proms. I was like, oh my God, I can't even, no graduation. Oh my God, those kids are gonna go down in history because a lot of them. I'm not just Gwinnett. It was around the United States. No proms, no graduations. They had to do drive by. They put pictures on the lawn. It was all kind. It was creative though. I gotta tell you, they were creative. I forgot. I think it was the Atlanta Public School District. They put the scenes on billboards on 85. I thought that was really, really, really cool. Really cool. They had to be really creative, but I'm so happy for them. I just hope by the time graduation comes, the vaccine has been administered, so people can feel comfortable and safe going to graduation. That's exciting. I'm excited for them. I'm sure they probably gonna still have social distancing planned. Masks are going to be required in the indoor arena. They're going to be doing it at the Infinite Energy Center in Duluth. So at the arena down there, so tickets will be distributed based on the statewide executive order concerning the event's venues, and they will be practicing social distancing. You got to wear your mask. They're only going to have 30% capacity. So I'm just excited. Even if just the kids' parents can be there, that's fine. And everybody else can watch it virtually. Like I did some virtual graduations last year. Not the same like my nephew did. He was graduating out the 8th grade. And I watched that. It was so quick. It was about 45 minutes. I was like, that's the quickest graduation I've ever gone to. But anyway, they want you to wear your face mask. It's only going to be 30% capacity. I'm excited for them. I really am. And it's going to be live streamed. So if you can't be there in person, at least somebody's going to be there and they can get to walk across the stage. Now, I wonder what they're going to do about proms. Because it's about to be prom season. I wonder if they're going to have proms. Like, because when you have a prom, that means all the high school seniors and then their dates. So I wonder if they're going to do proms. But I'm excited for them because that's one of those things in life where you look forward to. Like, you did all these 12 years and now it's time for you to walk and you can't walk. I felt so bad for last year. I was like, man, that sucks. Even though I'm thinking now, they probably could have did it outside in the park because they could have did it in the park and put the chairs really far apart and everybody had on masks and gloves and all that stuff. It probably would have worked. But we wasn't. Last year in May, we were so screwed up in May last year because this thing had just hit in March and we didn't know what was going on. They didn't even think about it. This year, we had time to think about it, make all kind of adjustments, and come up with all kind of creative ways to do things because of that. So I'm excited for them. I really, really am. And congratulations to all the 2021 graduates. All right, y'all, I'm going to my last song. We're going to come back and close it out for today. Stay tuned.
A four-letter word. Trust yourself and you get hurt. Tell yourself it's so absurd. Four-letter words. Four-letter words. I hate it when you're like this. You never get excited. Struck by lightning. Don't hide it, no. Don't hide it, no. Soulless man, do you feel it? Love hurts more when you're in it, yeah. Gravity at its limit, at its limit. Do you feel it? Struck by lightning. Don't hide.
world. Before I go, I want to give you my word of inspiration for today, and this is a good one. I'm talking about a real good one. All of them are really good, but I thought this is one of the good ones for me. It says, don't let the fear of losing be greater than the excitement of winning. Oh man, let me say that again. Don't let the fear of losing be greater than the excitement of winning. Robert Kiyosaki said that, and man, was he right. Let me tell you something. Do I know whether or not I'm going to get to $1 million for this company, turn this into a multi-million-dollar brand? I have no idea. But I can tell you one thing. I'm excited to try. I'm excited to try new things. I'm excited to talk about it. That's why I'm talking about it. I'll be talking about it more. I'll be sharing what I'm doing. I'm excited about that. Now, I could have been very fearful, saying, you know what, but what if I don't make it? What if it fails? What if people laugh at me? What if people think it's stupid? What if people don't like my show? That's all fear-based. I'm like, I don't give a crap. Like right now, I'm excited about trying to make it happen. I'm excited about trying to bring people. I'm excited about showing people what's possible. Because that's the thing. Like if people see me do it, then they believe that they can do it. All right? If I turn a podcast, now mind you, people have done this. I'm not the first. There are people out there making millions and millions and millions of dollars from their podcast. I'm the first. For me, it'll be the first time I've turned a hyper-local podcast into a multi-million-dollar brand. It'll be a first for me. Because this is a very hyper-local. I talk Good Morning Gwinnett. When people hear that, they're thinking, what the heck is Gwinnett? If you don't live in Georgia, you could probably live in some parts of Georgia and still don't know what Gwinnett is, right? So even though people are making millions of dollars from their podcast, I'm not making $1 million from my podcast. And my podcast is hyper-local. So I'm going to turn Good Morning Gwinnett into a multi-million-dollar hyper-local brand. And I want you guys to come on the journey with me and follow me and do the same thing. If you have a hyper-local business, right? If your business is regional or is local, follow me. Follow what I do because I'm about to do it. Now, I ain't afraid to do it. I ain't afraid to try. I can tell you that, right? And the only thing that happens is I can be excited while I try. So you can follow me, follow the journey. There was a book, there was a blog that not a blog, a TV show that I watched probably about 5 years ago. It was called Julia and Julia, right? And this young girl, this was when blogging first came out. She decided she wanted to blog, but this is what she blogged about, y'all. She blogged about, she took Julia Child's cookbook, right? And every day she made a recipe from that book and she blogged about it. This was a true story. And she blogged about it. And her blog blew up. But she did it every day, 365 days. Did she have some bad days? Yes. Because I remember seeing an episode. I remember seeing part of the movie where she dropped all the eggs and broke all the eggs. She needed eggs for this recipe and she dropped them and broke them. So now she had to go back to the store and get more eggs. So I said that to say, listen, you got to do something, right? And if you're going to do it, then do it. Don't let fear stand in your way. Yes, people are going to talk about you, but here's the thing. People are going to talk about you anyway, right? Yes, you're going to have people say that's stupid. They're going to say that anyway. So let them say it, right? Don't let that stop you. Is it scary for me to try to build a multi-million-dollar brand for a podcast? Yep. Know why? Because I've never done it before. But here's the thing. I won't know until I try. And I'm excited about trying. So that's all I got for you today. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last hour and 4 minutes with me, and I appreciate you and love you to life for that. If you missed any episode of the show, be sure to go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to past episodes there, and also support the show. Click on the shop button and check out my new spring line of products. I got some new spring lines. There's a shirt there with a map of Gwinnett. I think that's pretty hot. You check it out. I thought that was pretty cool. It's also a Make It a Great Day shirt there, like 3 of those there, and you can purchase some other stuff as well. Good Morning Gwinnett tote bags and all that great stuff. Support the show. Help me get to that multi-million-dollar brand. Tell your friends about it. Share the app. I got an app in the app store. If you got an Android app or Apple app, there's an app in the app store for the Good Morning Gwinnett show. Share the app with your friends. If you listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, be sure to find your favorite episode and give it 5 stars. Right? Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett. And follow me on the Twitter at Good Morning Gwinnett. I got a guest tomorrow. Tomorrow's Spotlight Thursday. I'll be back. So make sure you tune in tomorrow to listen to the guests, because I have some really great guests. And I really appreciate them for coming on the show and sharing their insight, wisdom, and experiences with us and their stories. So I'm excited about that. So be sure to check the show out tomorrow. Listen, tell your friends and family you love them. Stay safe out there. Put your mask on. Until next time, y'all, make it a great day. Bye now.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.